Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2021 Westchester Women's Summit Award Dinner. You're listening to Westchester Talk Radio live from the Sonesta Hotel in White Plains, New York. I'm Bob Marone, along with Michael Blakey. We're produced by Shaw Creative this evening and made possible by the Event Department, Key Bank, the Wartburg, Hispanic 100 Women, News 12 Westchester, and United Hebrew of New Rochelle, and also the YWCA of White Plains and Central Westchester. And I am proud to have with me Amy Price. She's the development director, the chief development officer, I should say, of the YWCA. How are you?
Wonderful. It's a great night for us.
It really is. Congratulations. Now, I noticed you're I guess, the leader of your group. This is her last day on the job.
Our CEO, Maria Imperial, is a spectacular leader. The YWCA has really thrived under her leadership for the past 14 years, and it's very bittersweet. She has been selected as the next commissioner of the New York State Department of Human Rights. And so she leaves us only because she has an opportunity to do the work that has been her life's mission and that she's been able to really help the YWCA with, and she can now benefit so many others. She'll continue to benefit our community, but the whole state.
Well, tell us now, do you know who the next leader will be, who the next CEO will be?
We are so lucky at the YWCA. Under her leadership, she amassed a really strong executive team and a very, very exceptional board of directors. Our board of directors is conducting a search, and they'll do a formal search for the full-time CEO. And we're going to have a co-CEO interims. And we have two really exceptional leaders on our team, Danielle Ferry, who was previously the Chief Mission Impact and Advocacy Officer, and Henry Chapman, the Chief Operating Officer. So we have, with the two of them, such tremendous expertise. We're really excited. We're excited for Maria. It's bittersweet, but we know that the YW is in good hands.
That's really something, though, the job she's getting. I mean, in charge of human rights for the state. And congratulations to her. She's not here in person tonight, but you can pass those along.
She actually is, but she's about to hand out some awards. And
okay.
But
she was on film. I just saw her on film. But she's here in person anyway?
We're very talented at the YWCA. We can be on film and in person at the same time.
So just imagine, we get the play and the movie in the same night. Okay. And let's talk about Amy Price a little bit. How long have you been with the YWCA?
I've only been with the YWCA for 2 years. Just under 2 years. I started with the YWCA right as COVID was really rearing its ugly head. And so I actually ended up starting in a remote situation and have gotten to know the YWCA in a way that is pretty extraordinary. Under extraordinary circumstances, extraordinary organizations stand up and thrive. And it's been so impressive and heartwarming to see what our community has been able to accomplish and what our organization is doing with the community.
Are you yourself from the community?
I'm not. I'm from Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Are you a Red Sox fan? Because we have to shut down the station if you are.
Well, let's talk about the Patriots.
Well, what about that? 4 or 5 games in a row.
The family is very big Patriots fans, but we just say we're very good baseball and football fans.
I got it. Well, maybe it's not just the GOAT after all. All right, you're the Chief Development Officer. You speak well of it. And tell people a little bit, especially for men listening, but what does the YWCA do? What is your membership? What are the chief events or functions that you do?
So the YWCA of White Plains and Central Westchester is part of the national conglomerate of YWCAs across the country. And our YWCA is over 90 years old. Like all YWCAs, our mission is to eliminate racism, to empower women, and to ensure peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. Our YWCA really lives that in many different ways. We have 2 buildings. One is our North Street building, where we have many activities from child care and early education to gymnastics and aquatics, and that's where we launched last year the Westchester Center for Racial Equity.
Excellent.
To continue our work. So there's so many things that happen in that building. and now externally and virtually. But we also have the largest supportive women's residence in New York State and the only one in Westchester County. And we've got 193 women that
Now,
live
you
at our
say
residence.
supportive. These are women that need the help, correct?
Yes, these are wonderful
This is
women
great.
who, for one reason or another, needed a fresh start, a safe place to be, and the supports to really get on their feet. We provide at the residence all kinds of educational opportunities, digital literacy, financial literacy, but also supports like we have a food pantry for the women to supplement their needs. We have a clothing closet for the women. We have many different staff that work with the women one-on-one. So all of their needs are met, and it's an incredible community of very strong women from ages 18 to in the 90s.
This is a good thing. My guest is Amy Price, Chief Development Officer at the YWCA in White Plains and Central Westchester. A little bit about tonight and what's going on tonight. You know, I have one daughter, grandchildren, but just the one daughter. And I wanted her to be strong and independent. She does very well. She could buy me out and sell me, and she's very confident. It's a wonderful thing. And so I feel good about
success.
that. Yes, it is. But in general, so I get what we're trying to do here, you're trying to do, and the other folks in the ballroom. Where are we in terms of progress? How far do we have to go? We have a woman vice president. We have your former boss now. It's just one day later going to be a huge job, have a huge job
Right.
in the state. How much progress are we making? Are you, you shouldn't be satisfied, but are you comfortable with where we're headed?
I personally am very excited. I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. And, you know, I understand that it's to empower women is about more than women.
Yes.
It's about families. It's about our husbands and our fathers and our sons, and making sure there's a world where our families are going to be safe and secure and thrive. So I see so much progress. And, you know, one thing that I've learned, and I'm learning every day at the YWCA, is that we can't really empower women and help families without working to eliminate racism. They go hand in hand. So the work is complex. The community, I feel, is ready. And we've really been embraced. We have 4,000, we serve 4,000 families every week at the
4,000?
YW. So it is through many, we have 31 different programs.
4,000? That's okay.
Right. We have many different programs. It's a really exceptional community that we serve. And so this is when we see people bring their children for daycare, for example, we're dreaming for those families and for those children. We're dreaming about their future, but we're also taking steps to ensure their future.
Have you always done this kind of work, Amy?
I've been in the nonprofit arena for a long time, and I've worked in education nonprofits and also in special needs nonprofits. I think at a certain point I realized that we're all people. We all have struggles and we all have dreams. What attracted me to the YWCA is the power of the YWCA's dreams and what they put behind that power. So the YWCA is a very active organization. They don't just use words, they use actions. And so in the smallest, most wonderful little ways, and also in these big ways that are going to affect the whole nation, the YWCA is a place to be.
Now, have you been a spokesperson for them as well? I mean, you're the chief development officer, but you speak so well and articulately about what they do and with a passion.
I appreciate the compliment. I have incredible leadership at the YWCA, and I listen with great passion and respect, and you know, just continually, like I said, every day is a learning experience. I was very attracted to that. I am so proud to be part of this organization. I'm blessed to be here.
This has been a learning experience for us. Continued success with the YWCA in White Plains and Central Westchester is helping 4,000 people all the time. Thank you so very much for being on Westchester Talk Radio.
Thank you.
It's been an honor. Thank you.
It's an honor here, too.
Continue doing what you're doing. All righty, folks, we're going to take a break. Bob Marone along with Mike Blakey. This is Westchester Talk Radio.